So what's up guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Israel Ogini here again. So today in this video I'll be telling you about how much CAC charges for their fees. The list is exhaustive because you can do about 500 to 1,000 things on CAC website. So I'm not going to talk to you about every fee that you need to know about, but I'm going to talk to you about the important fees that you need to know about. For example, a lot of people want to register a business name or they want to register a company. So I'm talking to you about the company and how much CAC charges for the fees, everything, and of course I'm going to be explaining to you how the fee works, and also if there are extra charges that you're supposed to pay, I'm going to be explaining to you about now. Before we go to the video, like I've always said, if you have always been enjoying my video and you like my content, I want to just know whether you like my content or you don't like my content. So you can put a like on it. If you like my content, just put a like, click on the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click on the notification bell, so that anytime I release new videos about CAC, about softwares, about fintech companies in Nigeria, you'll be the first to see it, and then of course you can enjoy yourself. And also if you like my content, like I said before, you can also type on the comment below that you enjoy it and then you want to see more. But if you don't like it, just type on the comment below that you don't like it, or if you want to see any other improvement, you can also type it on the comment below. I'll be right there with you. We'll make improvements that you need to know. So today I'm going to explain to you how much CAC charges for their fees and why. Now it's very important for you to know that everything you're supposed to do on CAC platform, there is a fee attached to it, so it's not free. So anytime you want to register a company and then you meet maybe a lawyer or an accountant or a charter secretary, and the person tells you that this is the fee and this is how much I'm collecting, that is the truth. But I'm just going to be explaining to you guys on what you should be looking out for when you are about to register your business name and how much CAC will probably charge. Now I'm going to first be talking about business name. Now if you want to register a business name in Nigeria, I made a video on how to register a business name. You can click on the link above or any of my videos so that you can begin to watch and know how to register a business name, as well as if you want to become an accredited CAC agent, you can also check any of my videos. One of my videos, I've made a video on how to become an accredited CAC agent. And it's also very important to you to know that it's only lawyers, chartered accountant or chartered secretaries that can become an accredited CAC agent, so it's not general. Now going back to the video, now first of all, like I said, if you want to register a business name in Nigeria, you need to first do reservation of name, and there's a fee attached to reservation of name. So let's assume you want to reserve a name for your local business. Maybe you are trading under a style of, the fee normally is 500 naira. Because you're going to be paying with remitter payment platform, they are going to collect extra charges, and the extra charge could go about 120, 150. So I always tell people, always budget 700 naira, so that in case there's an extra fee, it will not go above 150 naira. So calculating everything is 650, but I just tell people that you should budget 700 naira. Now one thing you should also know about reservation of name is, after you might have done reservation of name, let's assume you want to register a name called Dangote Ventures, and then you did a reservation of name, and maybe the CAC now replied you that the name has been picked by someone else. You need to apply for another reservation of name. So the first thing you should know that for reservation of a business name is 500 naira, but it is advised that you budget 700 naira. Now for registration and certified true copy of registration document, if you have applied for reservation of the name and CAC accepts the name, now you want to begin to register and you have done the uploading. I've also made a video on how to do reservation of name and registration of business name. How much you pay is actually 10,000 naira. So after you must have done reservation of name and you have completed the reservation, you pay another 10,000 naira. Like I've always done, because of the extra charges, it's always good to budget 12,000 naira. So if you had everything of 12,000 naira plus 700 naira is 12,700. Now this is the fee for CAC. Now if you are not accredited CAC agent or if you are not a lawyer, now they always collect their fees. It's also very important for you to know that how much they charge you goes based on maybe their experience, or maybe how fast they can be able to do it, and so on and so forth like that. Majorly their experience. So you should know that when people are charging you about maybe 50k, 60k, 70k for registration and reservation of name, you know that they have quality experience. I advise people, make sure you know that this person has an experience before you can leave your company with them, because once they do the wrong thing, you have to pay again to start all over again. So it's very important that you make sure that the person that is doing the registration for you has the quality experience. It is also very important for you to know that once someone registers a business name for your company, make sure you tell them to download the document, because if you fail to download the document instantly, After about 5 working days, CAC will begin to charge you for that document. But if you immediately download the document, immediately the certificate comes out, you don't need to pay any extra charges. So it's very important that you always download the document immediately you are through with your registration. So if you want to register a business name and apply for certified true copy of document together, is 10,000 naira. Now, if you want to do any post registration on business name portal, if you want to do a Post Incorporation, for let's assume maybe the name of one of the proprietor was misspelled, you have to pay to replace that particular name, and the fee is 3,000 naira. Then of course the person that is doing it for you will also add his or her own charges to it as well. So basically that's what applies to business name, reservation of business name, registration of business name, getting of certified true copies, and any Post Incorporation for business name. Like I said before, the list is exhaustive and is quite much, but I'm just trying to pick out the very, very vital ones you will definitely need. Now, if you want further information, you can type on the comment below, and I'll probably make a list for you and send it to you probably through the comment below so that I can check it out. We talked about a business name. Now we are going to be talking about a company. Now, for a company, like we did in business name registration, you also do reservation of company. Now, if you want to register a company, first of all, do reservation of name. Now, the fee for reservation of name is 1,000 naira. Now, of course, like I tell people too, always budget 1,500 naira, so that just in case there is an extra charges, which there will be, it should not be above that. Most of the time the extra charges is probably 150 or 200, like I said before. So always budget 1,500 naira for reservation of company name. And like I said before, if probably you serve Dangote PLC and the CAC applies and tells you that the name has been picked by another person, you have to reapply again. And once you are reapplying again, you have to pay another 1,000 naira plus. So it's very important that you do your search very well and make sure that the company has not been picked by another company before you can do the reservation of name at CAC. After doing reservation of name at CAC for company, now the name has been accepted, then you do what is called registration of company. Now, for registration of company, the fee is 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira. So it's very important for you to know that 10,000 naira is the amount CAC charges. Now, like I've said before, and I'm saying again, always budget the extra fees. So let's assume it's 10,500 naira. So 1,500 naira plus 10,500 naira is 12,000 naira for the CAC. If you are not a lawyer, if you are not an accountant, you have to pay someone to do it for you, and the person will also charge you. Now, their charges differs based on their experience. So it's very important that you know whether this person has an experience before you give the person the job to register your company or to give the person the ability to register a business name. Most of the time, what people ask for is what are the ones you have done before. So when they look at the ones you have done before, and then they can be able to judge whether you can do this new one. So it's always advised that you ask them what are the registrations you have done before they can do your company for them. Just a bit of an advice for them. For registration of a company, it is 10,000 naira. But there are some companies that have exceptions. Now, under the Companies and Allied Matters Act, if you want to register a company, there are some provisions which say that there are some companies that their share capital has a particular minimum. So let's assume you want to start an oil company or a gold company, and let's say the share capital is 10 million naira. So what it means is that you are not going to pay the same 10,000 naira you used to pay for a company that has the minimum of 1 million naira. Under the Companies and Allied Matters Act, if you are registering a company and if the share capital is above 1 million but not up to 500 million, you have to pay 5,000 naira per 1 million. So meaning that, let's assume, like I said, if you want to be buying gold or selling gold or something like that, and let's assume the minimum share capital provided by the law is 10 million. So what you would do is that you are going to pay 5,000 naira for each 1 million of 10 million. So let's assume the money is 5,000 naira. So what you do is that you multiply 5,000 naira times 10, meaning 50,000 naira. So if you want to register a company that trades gold and the minimum share capital is 10 million naira, you are supposed to pay 50 million naira, excluding the charges as provided. So of course the remainder charges, reservation of name as well. Then finally, if you want to register a company and the share capital as provided by CAC must be above 500 million naira. This most of the time applies to maybe banks, oil companies, or multinational companies that do big stuffs like that. So if you want to start a company, and Companies and Ladder Matters Act says that the minimum share capital must be maybe 1 billion naira or 500 million naira or something like that. So what you should do is that what the amount of money you will pay is 7,500 naira per 1 million, which is quite much. So let's assume the minimum share capital for probably your oil company is, let's say, 1 billion naira. So for every 1 million in 1 billion naira, you are going to pay 7,500 naira. So of course you have to multiply that, blah blah blah, and get the amount you are supposed to pay in respect to that. So basically that's how much you are supposed to pay for CAC and companies registrations in Nigeria. Like I said, the list is exhaustive and there's a lot of fees in respect to CAC, annual returns, Post Incorporations, and so on and so forth. If you need further information, you can type it on the comment below and I'll answer your comment as soon as possible. And like I said, if you like my video and you want to see more of it, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, click on the subscribe button, also like this video and click on the notification button beside the subscribe button, so that anytime I release new videos like this, you'll see it and then you'll be able to profit from your business and enjoy. So I'll see you next time. Keep watching.